In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a household iron so that way you can press your rhinestone transfers and your heat transfer vinyl. We're going to go over the perfect application process to make sure your stuff never falls off of your shirts and your customers always come back. If you're on a budget and you don't have a heat press yet, this is going to be one of the best, most budget-friendly ways to get your brand started. Personally, I made my first 100 t-shirts with my iron. Actually, this one right here, which is funny, I've had this one for about 5-6 years now. And once I saved up all that money, I was able to actually get my own heat press. So if you have any questions during this video, leave it in the comments. Everything you need as far as the supplies are going to be down below as well. Let's get right into the video. All right, so before we get started with the household iron, let's go over how you actually make your rhinestone transfers and all the supplies you need for your heat transfer vinyl. So for starters, we're going to need a vinyl cutter. I use a Cricut Explorer Air 2. And then here is what the heat transfer vinyl rolls look like. Once we cut them with the vinyl cutter, this is what they look like. As far as the rhinestone transfers, this is everything that you need. We got the flock, we got the, the hot fix rhinestones, our supplies here, like the brush tool, scraper, all that good stuff, transfer tape. I have videos down below explaining the rhinestone transfer part, but I just wanted to give you, a small overview of what it is you need to actually get started. I do have everything, rhinestone kits with everything. I have SVG files because this is what the stencils look like that the vinyl cutter actually makes. Then we add the stones like I had showed you. And yeah, that's basically everything you need. If you have any questions about the stuff in this part, leave it in the comment section. But let's go over to the household iron so we can actually apply a rhinestone transfer and our heat transfer vinyl. All right, so we laid out our t-shirts. So we are going to be using a Teflon sheet. If you don't have a Teflon sheet, what I would do is probably go find a shirt, cut it up, and just use one layer of the shirt and then use that as a Teflon. Only reason why I say that is because this can get really hot. And we don't want to end up with these edges on our t-shirt, so that's why I'm going to recommend either a Teflon or rip up your own t-shirt if you're like super DIYing this, right? So we went ahead and turned this on the hottest setting. I believe this is cotton and linen, so it's already heated up. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to iron the area that our heat transfer vinyl is going to be applied. But when you do this, you want to be, using motion. You can even spend 5 seconds at a time, apply pressure, whatever. Just make sure you're going over everything for about 30 to 45 seconds. We're doing this to take any moisture out that might be in the shirt. So I take all these precautions when I'm using my heat press anyways, just to always get the best results. But because we are using a household iron, I'm gonna extra take time, so just make sure you're applying a little bit of pressure. Don't just like let it sit, let's actually get in there, because we just want to make sure when we sell these shirts to our customers, we don't want them to be able to tell that we did this with an iron. This is if something's going on with your heat press and you need to continue projects, maybe you're saving up for a heat press, this is gonna be like a really good way for you to get a couple shirts sold. You sell each of these for between 20 to 35 bucks. Not too bad, right? But as you can see already, I'm already spending time just getting that done, and I could have already been done with the shirt with the heat press. So that's kind of why you would eventually want to upgrade. If you're doing volume, this is not gonna be the best method, because we could have already been done with 2-3 shirts by now with our heat press. Okay, so we applied our heat transfer vinyl. All right, so now what we want to go ahead and do is we're gonna press it, but we're gonna make sure each section gets a total of about 30 to 45 seconds worth of love, but they're going to be in 2 to 3 increments. So every 15 to 20 seconds or so, I'm going to remove it and go to the next spot, only because I don't want to sit there too long and apply the iron to the shirt, because you have to be careful. You know, it's very easy for these marks to end up on the shirt. So we're going to take our time and we're going to just do 15 to 15, 15, and then probably go over it 2 to 3 more times. And then we're going to check to see if the vinyl adhered properly, right? So, all right, so we'll start like this. Okay. So you're going to just, in your head, count to 15. And I'm really excited to see what you guys end up making with your household iron. I don't want to let, you know, having a low budget be the reason why we don't complete certain projects. That's not what we do here. We make it happen no matter what. All right, let's do another 15 seconds here. And as far as marketing the t-shirt, make sure you guys are doing photo shoots, working with models, taking your flat lay pictures, your flat lay videos. We have to mark these up as much as possible, maximize profit. And the only way we're going to do that really is by, you know, just taking our time and making sure we're making content that resonates with the people that we want buying our stuff. So there's a lot you can do with heat transfer vinyl. Don't get discouraged. I've done multicolored tutorials and designs on my page. There's a bunch of tutorials on there for you guys. That way you guys can get started, start making money, all that good stuff. Okay, so now let's go up top a little bit. So as you can see, I'm doing about 15-second increments. And do keep in mind, I am applying pressure. That's why for the most part, like, I'm leaning into the iron. Because when you're using a heat press, you can typically use your manual pressure, so that way you can control the amount of pressure that is being applied. But with this, we have to do this ourselves, you know, so we just have to be very, very cautious, you know. Also, share down below in the comment section where you are in your clothing brand journey. You know, I'm really curious. I've been doing this for a couple years. This is bringing back a lot of memories, doing this with the iron. Like I said, I did 150 t-shirts like this, and it was a lot of work. I, you know, was delivering them, hand delivering them. I believe I was selling shirts for about $25. So if you think about it, every 4 shirts was $100. And for somebody buying a t-shirt, $25 is a pretty good price. And on top of that, they get to support their homie, you know, so that's really, really, really cool. Okay. So let's just do a little bit more. I'm going to do about 15 seconds on each section again. And then we're going to check our vinyl. We're going to try to peel it, but we are going to peel it slow, just to make sure it all adhered, because if it didn't, we're gonna have to lay it back down and apply it, which is totally fine. We're gonna be able to get that done. But if you have any questions so far up to this point, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. You know, feel free to DM me. I always appreciate when you guys share your projects with me. I like when you guys DM me and show me the stuff that you made with my videos. Not a lot of people do it. I think more of you guys should, but all right, cool. So now we are gonna go ahead and check this, and we're gonna peel it slow just to make sure it all adhered, because if not, we are gonna go back down. Okay, let's see. So we're going really slow. So far, so good. But I'm doing this very slowly. And we are going to go and hit it one more time with the iron, just to make sure it really settled in there. And then from there, we are going to apply our rhinestone transfer, just so you can see how that is applied. Now we're going to go ahead and add this. And now we can just, you know, apply some pressure and just slowly go over it. Really, really easy. Okay, let it breathe for a second. We'll do another about 15 seconds or so. Dope. All right, cool. cool. Let's check it out. And there we go. I'm really excited with how this came out. Let me inspect it. Oh yeah, that definitely adhered 100%. This is not gonna fall off. I can see the fibers of the shirt going through the vinyl, which is what you want. That's how you know it fully adhered properly. But this is really dope. If you need high quality heat transfer vinyl, it's in the description. Because if you try to do this with cheap vinyl, you're gonna mess up your vinyl. I'm telling you, it's really easy to burn through your vinyl, mess it up, crinkle it up. If you're using puff, you basically will immediately ruin it. So like I said, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Now let's I'll go ahead and apply our rhinestone transfer. So if you have any questions about the rhinestone transfers, you can go ahead and ask them. And then yeah, I will see you. I'm gonna replace this with I might do a yellow bandana, but we'll see. I'm gonna look through my stuff, so we'll see what we end up with. All right, so I did go ahead and pick the yellow bandana. I haven't started this colorway yet, so this video is a perfect time to actually start this. So again, we are gonna use our Teflon sheets, and I do believe the rhinestones are a little bit more forgiving than the heat transfer vinyl. I do think the rhinestones typically will adhere better. You'll have better success rate just because of the way that the rhinestones lay. But if you follow these steps, you won't have a problem either way, you know. But these rhinestone stuff is really easy to make. I use my Cricut vinyl cutter to make them. I use SVG files that are already ready to go. You just import them into Design Space and then send them to your vinyl cutter, and then boom, you're good to go. So this is a custom paisley rhinestone transfer that I made. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this one. I've been working a lot with this one, but we're gonna go ahead and apply the rhinestone transfer. Boom. All right, so we're gonna do same thing, 15-second intervals, and we're just making sure everything gets the amount of love that it needs. We're gonna do 15 seconds, about 3 times each. Then we're gonna slowly peel, make sure it all adhered, and then we will go ahead and press it again just to make sure, you know, everything got the proper heat. I will link down below videos on how to make the rhinestone transfers that I created for you. That way you have those as well. I did my best to try to create a channel on my page, you know, my YouTube, that had everything you needed to start making. Like, you could literally use my page and make like $100,000 with all of the free information that's on there, you know. So if this is something that you're interested in, I'm telling you, my page is super dope. I spent a lot of time, spent a lot of years just trying to provide as much value to you guys, you know. So if you've been a subscriber for a while, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know how long you've been subscribed. If you're new, you know, leave a comment down below. We are a community here. We know we all help each other. We all got each other's back and all that good stuff. But we are almost done. Okay, so we're gonna peel slowly just to make sure they all adhered. So far so good. Just make sure you don't do this part fast. We want, like I said, we want to make sure they all adhered, and it looks like we did good. So you see what I mean by the rhinestone transfers are a little bit more forgiving. I feel like these kind of press a little bit. Like this was about half the effort, you know. So boom, now we're gonna just go ahead and do this for about 15 seconds or so, just making sure everything got the love that it needed. And the whole time I was applying pressure, so please keep that in mind. Pressure was applied, no pun intended. But there we go. And we have our rhinestone transfer. I hope you can see it shimmering. I'm pretty sure you can. But, you know, if this video was helpful, you know, please engage with it. Make sure you subscribe. We're on our way to 100K. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section and let me know what video you want next. I really hope this was helpful. I will see you next video.